Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
This is I Am GPT, where we figure out how AI can benefit us humans the most. This is the show where we look at the practical side of artificial intelligence and learn how our lives can be better together with AI. Thank you so much for joining us. I truly appreciate that you're taking the time to find me, and I hope you find this helpful and fun. Let's go to the messages. Okay, we are live. I want this to be interactive, so if you are with me, feel free to drop into the chat. You can always send an email to imgpt@gmail.com. I truly appreciate any comments, any questions. I will always try to answer them. So in this episode, we're going to explore how easy you can hone your skills in letter writing and responding, all thanks to AI tools like Chat GPT and Bard. Stephen Covey, one of my favorites, he was the author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He once said communication is the most important skill in life. Whether or not you agree, it's undeniable that communication plays a pivotal role in our everyday interactions. If your experiences mirror mine, then emails and texts are a pain. That's the only way I can say it. I often contemplate sending them, but for various reasons they remain unsent, or there are emails that remain unreplied to. I'd love to attribute this to my busy schedule, but I can't. In reality, initiating the writing process and considering the right words for a reply often possess a significant challenge. This hesitation is rooted in the fear of making myself vulnerable to communication. And this isn't just me, this is widespread. So many people dread public speaking, and in essence, letter writing shares that sentiment. Fortunately, today, our co-pilots, Bard and GPT, they're here to guide us past these apprehensions and streamline our transition from thought to written word. So, let's go full screen. And let's go right to ChatGPT, and I'll run this through Bard. It's a good sample to get us started with letter writing is write a letter thanking someone for their wedding gift. Pretty simple prompt. And let's see what Bard has to say. So a couple things to consider when doing these. Here it goes. So in this one, it gives you some spaces for the name, spouse. And it says, we hope this letter finds you well as we settle into married life and reflect on our special day. Sorry about that. That's for ChatGPT. It's just such a touching letter. We would like to express our deepest gratitude for the thoughtful gift. Now, the more specific you are in asking these things to write these letters, the more information it will fill in. Like here it shows the name, address, and the spouse's name, all that. So let's say, make this to Sarah and Jeff, thanking them for the crystal ball, and make it an email. So the first one was very much like a letter you would send. you can actually say, I want it to be an email. One of the things I love is some of the subject lines it comes up with. Heartfelt thanks for the beautiful wedding gift. And here we'll address it to Sarah and Jeff. And of course, at the end it says, warm regards, your name and spouse's name. So, my name is William. And my spouse is Katie. So let's see. Ooh. I misspelled spouse, but this thing gets it. So, and boom, just like that, you have a pretty darn good starting ground for an email thanking somebody for a wedding gift. Now, I always recommend when you cut and paste these, you read through it, you add the personal touch, you make sure it's what you want to say, and it doesn't have anything that is embarrassing, because do not make the mistake of just cut and pasting these. For another sample, trying to get a little more complex, let's write a letter asking for, I'm horrible at this, asking for money is the worst. I get asked to do this all the time for charities. So in this sample, let's say, write a letter to John Smith asking for money to help our church and build a new learning center. Keeping it fairly open. This will be a sent letter. So we're going to let it do its thing. And boom, it says your name, your address, city, zip code, date. We can put all that into Chat GPT and it will fill it out. Should be from William Corbin. And I can put all of my city and state. Los Angeles. Boom. Today's date. And it's going to slowly fill in all the spaces that it left blank. But looking at just the base letter, Dear Mr. Smith, I trust this letter finds you well. Writing from Los Angeles and on behalf of our beloved community church, I wanted to discuss an initiative close to my heart. Our church, while a beacon of faith and solace for many, has identified the profound need for a dedicated learning center. This center's vision is to provide essential educational resources, foster spiritual growth, and offer a nurturing environment for both children and adults. I mean, this is a really good letter. With tools like Chat GPT and Bard, we really no longer have any excuse. Now, what I even love is not only will they write letters, but respond. They will respond. You can literally just cut and paste emails into these things. Respond to an email asking me for money, and I do not want to give. Okay, of course, here's a polite and straightforward response you can use. Thank you for reaching out and sharing your requests with me. I generally appreciate your consideration and understand the importance of your cause. However, at this time, I'm unable to make a contribution. Please know that this decision isn't a reflection of the value I see in your endeavor. I wish you all the best in your fundraising efforts and hope you reach your goal. I mean, I love this. I really do. I love ChatGPT. I love Bard. I love cutting and pasting emails into them that I get from people. And I'm always amazed at some of the responses it gives. Let's try one of those. Hold on. Sorry, I should have had this all queued up and ready to go. But that's why we do this show live, and I hope for you guys listening in on the podcast, you are going along with me. So let's see. What was a good email the other day that I needed to respond to? And it's amazing. Or at least I'm often amazed. Let's pull up Bard for those of you guys following along. I recommend going back and forth between Google, Bard, and ChatGPT. I like checking out both. I am on the board of a company called Crafty Elk, and I get great emails from the CEO there. And I know he would not mind me using one to respond. So I'm literally going to cut and paste. He said in his quick note to me, just watch an interesting podcast featuring Sean Thurman, the former SVP of Glazers. These guys are connecting brands with celebrity, novel brands. So I'm going to ask the Bard to please respond to this email. It's a pretty short email, 2 sentences. How is it going to respond? Well, I just watched the podcast you sent me, and I was really interested in what Sean Thurman had to say about connecting brands with celebrities. I've always been fascinated by the power of celebrity endorsement, and it's clear that Thurman and his team have a deep understanding of how to make it work. I was particularly interested in their focus on connecting brands with novel celebrities. I think this is a really smart strategy, as it allows brands to reach a new audience of consumers who are really interested in the celebrity's work. I'm also intrigued by their use of data to drive their decisions. It's clear they're not just throwing darts at a board, but they're using data to identify the right celebrities for each brand. Overall, I thought the podcast was really informative, and I'm excited to learn more about how Thurman and his teams are connecting brands with celebrities. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the podcast. Do you think their approach is effective? Are there any other brands that you think would be a great fit for their model? Let me know what you think. Okay, if anybody else can write a response that good to his 2 sentences that makes it look like I really took in everything he had to say and I watched the video, listened to the podcast, etc., I'd be surprised. This is why you've got to tune in and get on GPT and Bard and start using their power for responding to emails, for writing those thank you notes, for crafting those letters, for getting ideas of how to write letters. Even if you're just stuck in one part of a letter, how to end it, how to start it, ask GPT, ask Bard, and you'll get some great material. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining today on Writing Letters with GPT and Bard. I hope you found this information good. Please send any emails, questions, comments, etc. to IamGPTed. That's IamGPTED @gmail.com. I promise I will respond. I'll be doing these 4 to 5 days a week. I hope you come back, and I hope you let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. However you're consuming, I am GPT. Bye.